Welcome back, everybody. I couldn't not record this straight away. Welcome back to Katawa Shoujo. We're right here with Hanako in our face. Butterflies everywhere. So yes, last time we came to a room. Eternal Love started playing. Oh, my love, my darling. Hisao. It's only now that I find myself blushing. I've been looking directly into Hanako's eyes from such a short distance with absolutely no regard for her. And she's been looking into mine without shrinking away. I quickly look away while covering my face with my hand. Hanako does just the same. Why'd you do that? Why would you do that? Another awkward silence. Why would you do that? Oh my god. Another awkward silence reigns. I hate these. Well, that's because you fucking just like... Oh, you should have just, like, kissed her or something. First, I accept them as just being a fact of life around Hanako. But now all they feel like is an affirmation of how little we're able to communicate. Some anger makes its way in this complex mixture of emotions I've experienced right now. I want to bridge the gap between us. Friends shouldn't have to tiptoe around each other like this. I speak before I can argue myself out of what I'm going to do. My scarring isn't as bad as Hanako's, and I can't possibly compare my life to hers, but I want to show her that she's not alone. Doing this in such a blunt manner might be the only way to get my point across. Hanako, I want to show you something. I want to show you something. I want to show you my cock. See? It used to be it was more from a hen, but now it's a nice big cockerel. After that, I'd like to show you my penis. Sculpture that I bought on eBay the other day. Check it out. It kind of looks like a penis. I'd like to show you Dick. Dick Cheney's signature. I have it right here. Then we can have sex. Hanako, I want to show you something. I take a deep breath to prepare myself. I've never shown anyone this before, it's tiny. This could backfire badly, but I feel as if we've come close enough for this to be okay. Just gonna take my clothes off. I'm not gonna strip naked or anything weird. I'm just gonna take off my shirt. It'd be so weird. I'm sorry, like, I feel like we're close enough now that I can just take my shirt off. Check this out. Hanako's eyes grow to the size of saucers. Her face is an amusing mixture of curiosity and nervousness as she stands. It helps take the edge off my own nervousness at doing this in front of another person. This is gonna get really weird. Slowly, with my entire body feeling tense, I unknot my tie and begin to loose the first of the buttons. I'm trying to mentally block out Hanako to make this easier, but it's not really working. This guy would suck as a stripper. I fell in love in a homeless place. I'm thinking of that stupid Magic Mike ad right now. Somebody get Channing Tatum in here. We need like a official stripper guy to teach us how to do stuff. He's not really he's playing. Somebody get Channing Tatum in here right now. As I work my way down, I expect to hear some form of protest from her. She remains silent, though, which makes this feel even stranger. With the last of my shirt unbuttoned, I take a deep breath and look at her. I take a breath and look at her. Hanako's gaze is fixed on my scarring. As expected, and once I nod to say it's okay, she steps forward and tentatively places her hand on the vertical line running down my chest. Something's gonna happen. The scarring on her hand, a pattern of damaged skin across its surface, contrasts with the single uniform line that makes up mine. Her hand isn't trembling at all, unlike what I predicted. This is the scar from the surgery that followed my heart attack. The surgeons had to cut open my chest to operate on my heart. I never knew. Hanako's words are calmer and softer than usual. The soft feeling of her fingers moving from scar to my breast. My breast! Makes me hesitate a little before continuing on. Oh god. You're the first person to see this since I left the hospital. But why are you showing this to me? Wait, look at that grin. I wanted to prove to show myself that I could do this. That I could accept my past and move on. I wanted to show that to you as well. She nods. From her reaction, she seems to know how difficult this is for me. More than anything, this scar represents a visible reminder of my condition. A reminder that I'm not normal anymore. That's something that, until now, I tried my hardest to ignore. As the minutes tick by, Hanako's gaze lingers. Her eyes look less focused on my scarring than before. The situation feels a bit different than it previously did, and makes me feel slightly uncomfortable. Her hand retreats, and I draw my shirt closed and begin to button it up. Her blushing face suddenly returns to its typical little tense and timid stare as she looks away. The room is completely silent as I fix my shirt and tie, feeling put off after such an unexpectedly intimate moment. And then I just check it aside. So, I guess you're not the only one that's scarred. Alright, okay, I know you got she's got a little bit more than you. Hanako smiles a little at the joke, thankfully lightening the atmosphere a bit. Oh, okay, that went well. Thank you, Hisao. I think I understand. I give a long sigh of relief. I really don't know what she'd take it, but I'm glad everything seemed to have worked out as I hoped. Hanako's smile only proves that further. I'm finding the path I want to follow now, and what Hanako needs to do is to find her own. It's something I can't help her with, and it's something that she needs to overcome her past in order to do. Hanako checks her watch. It's getting late by now. Oh, okay, so this is not what I thought was going to happen. So, yeah, baby going. I'll be thankful for some sleep. Been a long day after all. Good night, Hanako. Good night. I was like, hey, baby, come on, I took my no, okay, no, okay. Hisao returns to his bedroom for a cold, cold shower. I make my way out of the room and into the hallway, remaining silent as I do so. I think both of us have gone through a few emotions today. Oh, that was not where that did not go where I think it was going to go. I won't lie to you. I thought it was going to go somewhere else. Two cold showers later. The heat of the summertime sun beats down on my sweating brow. Dabbing of a handkerchief doesn't help too much in making me any more uncomfortable. Giving up on the idea of getting more done today, I stop and lean against one of the overpass fences, resting my bag on the ground. The stores in the town below Yamaku are well stocked and offer enough variety for me to get by, but at least on occasional shopping trip to the city is something that can't really be avoided. I've been here a few times now. The city's layout is getting more familiar, and the nostalgia from its atmosphere is beginning to wear off. I realise that I've begun to wheeze. I sound like an old man that's overexerted himself, and having to connect that to the fact that I'm the source is a bit disturbing. I put a hand on my chest and concentrate for a bit to make sure I haven't gone far enough to cause any further problems. Thankfully, my heart is acting normally. There's no dull pain, and the beating is regular, albeit fast-paced, as I recover from overdoing things in this kind of heat. I hate my body. I'm so sensitive to my body. It's frustrating to be held back, even more to be held back by... It's just trying to be held back, even more to be held back by fear of my life being ended. When doing something as simple as walking around the city for a while. As I ponder on my health, I feel my pocket vibrating. My pocket rocket vibrating. Oh, I thought I turned that thing off. By the time my phone's begun to ring, my hand is already fishing for it. I glance at the screen. It shows a cell number. I call a number I don't recognize. Strange. Shrugging, I press the button to answer the call and bring the phone to my ear. 7 days. Hello? Hello? Hisao Nakai speaking. Hisao Nakai speaking. Mystery caller number 5. The sound of a couple of short breaths can be heard. No actual speech is forthcoming. Hello? Hisao? It's Hanako. Her voice is really easy to place, even if I've never heard it over a phone before. Hanako? Sorry, I wasn't expecting you to call. What's up?
Hi. If you're not busy, I was wondering if you would
like to meet up? Yeah. I mean... She sounds really wound up about this. I can hear muffled voices in the background. It's about time for afternoon tea, so I guess you want me to meet her at the Shanghai or something. That sounds fine. Are you at the Shanghai? I'm in the city. Hanako's here? Alone? That's a surprise. It's a little wonder she's like this if she's surrounded by people and entirely by herself. That works out well. I was just wandering around there now. Where are you? Hanako manages to stammer out the street name, address, and some basic directions. To where she is. Luckily, it's not too far, so I agree to see her soon before hanging up. I look up to the sky. The summer heat is beating down. This is the first time Hanako's asked for us to do something together beyond a simple board game. And the first time, at least, since I've known her, that she's come to the city by herself. Maybe this means that Lily was right. By the time I manage to stagger up to the cafe where Hanako is, I've started to wheeze again. Oh, he's going to collapse, isn't he? I'm sweating so much that I feel like melting popsicle. I can barely hold the bag in my hand. I need to sit down, badly. Blue Wizard needs food badly. The tables outside are all occupied by busily chatting couples and girls gossiping between themselves. The contrast between the different age groups and fashions of the people here and the people in the town of near Yamaku is striking. I scan over the people sitting at the tables, but I can't see Hanako. She did say she was sitting outside, so I just must be missing her. Not difficult, given how she's been. I mean, given how small she usually tries to make her presence. Given the fact she's been. I look around again, more slowly this time, taking particular care to see if I can find Hanako's hat. It's pretty distinctive, and I'd be very surprised if she wasn't wearing it. There she is. Sure enough, her head is kept low, and the table she's sitting at is right beside the building in an inconspicuous corner. I walk up to where she is and make sure that I have her attention before I sit, lest I give her a scare. And she explodes. She notices me and gives a small wave as I arrive at a table. Are you feeling okay? I try my best to laugh it off, but doing so just makes me more out of breath. No, not very fit these days. Don't mind me. Hanako nods, but still looks a bit put off. Sorry, jeez. Can't go all night no more. Now that I get a good look at her face, something about her seems a bit different. I'm not sure if my eyes are playing tricks on me. Or did I just whistle then? God damn it. But she looks kind of nice. Her eyes move upwards to look at me, before quickly flickering down again. I begin to think this is going to be a rather quiet meeting, but a waitress thankfully arrives and sets down a cup of tea in front of Hanako. Hanako almost automatically turns slightly away and lowers the side of her head. It's an amazing practice motion, and does a good job of its intended purpose, hiding her scars from someone who's leaning in close. Her right arm is still lying on the table though, with the scarring on the back of her hand quite visible. It catches the waitress's eye, and I move quickly to distract her. Excuse me. May I place an order? The waitress. The waitress nods and gives me a couple of seconds to look at the menu. Could I have a mango? Could I have a mango smoothie, please? Oh my god. She gives a nod before enthusiastically bouncing inside. Everything is so different in the city, in more ways than one. Hanako looks back up towards me and adjusts her hat a little. If she noticed the waitress staring at her scars, she doesn't show it. Not coffee? I think I'd die from this heat if I had something like coffee right now. Resting my head in my hands, I look up to my quiet companion. She seems taken aback, a very unexpected reaction to my lame joke. An unwelcome emotion bubbles up inside me as I realize her reason why. Oh no! Heat! Burn up! Die! Something? Is that it? Unlike most in Yamaku, indeed, unlike anyone there that I'm aware of, my condition goes beyond limiting the activities I can do. Oh no, okay, she was about me, not about her. I thought something about heat and fire then. If I was like, if I have any more, I might melt. Sorry. Or to be more precise, breaching those limits could have more grave consequences. Thankfully, it's something that's very rarely come up since I entered Yamaku. I thought that it was so rare that Hanako and Lily might not think of it at all. Turns out that I was wrong. Hanako silently drinks her tea while I wait for my drink, confirming that it's the right temperature, with a small sip before she begins in earnest. I feel guilty for being the cause of the uncomfortable silence, since in the past I've been the kind of hard on Hanako for those. Eventually the same waitress as before bounces up, handing me my drink. I gather change from my pocket and drop it into her waiting hand. But she doesn't have any, and it drops through. Before she goes off to attend to another customer. Her eyes linger on hers. My eyes linger on her as she walks away. Damn. Damn! Oh no.
Do you think that she looks pretty?
Hanako is following my gaze. I was like, oh shit, I was looking at... her bum. I was looking at the car behind her. It's a vintage model. I'm a big fan of cars. Hanako is following my gaze. Her eyes taking the waitress in that served us. You could go like, no. Why would I need to look at something pretty when I have you right there? Oh, that was pretty cheesy. No, but I think you're pretty. No. Yes. Yes. I can feel my blood slowly going to my cheeks as I rest my smoothie back on my table. Nah, I can't really say I'm really into that look. She just looked like a lot like an old friend I knew before my heart attack. Oh, good save.
Did you have many friends?
Good save, Anne. Good save, Hisao. Damn. I had a few at my previous school. I wouldn't say a lot. The four of us just hung around together after school and stuff.
Do you still talk to them?
I guess you could be like, why do I need to look at something? It's like, no, it's like, I don't need to look at her for something pretty. I'm like, you're right there, haven't I? I could say like jokingly, like, yeah.
Do you still talk to them?
I shake my head. No, we gradually lost contact while I was stuck in hospital.
You're not saddened by that? Or angry?
Hanako looks genuinely surprised. I guess it's the right reaction. Well, life did move on for them while I was stuck in the ward. I was pretty sore about it at the time, but now it's just a bunch of nice memories. Besides, once I came to Yamaku, I found new friends as well. It's quite a whitewash of what my feelings were back then. I went through some dark times during my stay at the hospital, and I'm really glad that Hanako and Lily were around to help me after I left it. Hanako blushes as we both get to enjoying our drinks. She seems to have calmed down since I arrived, and I've started to feel a little better now that I've had the chance to rest a bit. So this is going to be a nice outing already. Even if she's calmer than before, though, she's still fidgeting a bit. She runs her hand down one of her bangs as I try to think of something to say. So, I know how I got these scars. My dad was a drunk. He took a knife. And he took it to my lips. And he slit it from ear to ear. He said, "Why so serious?" Fucking creepy. Hanako turns into the Joker. That's right, I was gonna ask. Hanako tilts her head quizzically. I didn't know you had a mobile phone. How'd you get my number?
Lily gave it to me.
I should have guessed. You know, you could have just asked. I'd have given it to you. Want to exchange email addresses? I don't know what that made me. Oh, hey, want to exchange email addresses? I can send you pictures of my junk. No, do you want to do Snapchat? Snapchat is an evil creation. The only thing I've ever seen Snapchat used for is between my friends, and it's my friend keeps taking selfies of himself on the toilet. Yeah, that's my friends right there. It's fucking hilarious. Want to exchange email addresses? Exchange email addresses? I can't wait to email you on my thing. We could just talk instead, you know. Hanako nods, setting down her drink and fishing out her phone from her pocket as I do the same. Surprising, the same model as mine. And pink. Twinsies. Oh my god, twinsies. Nice phone. Nice phone. Banner. Banner. How about I give you my email address? Banner. She looks to me with a curious expression before noticing my phone and giggling. It's one of the very few times I've seen Hanako let her guard down enough to do such a thing.
I didn't pick it up myself, though.
Oh?
It was a present from Lily. I've never really needed a phone. I couldn't afford one. She bought me one for Christmas, though, saying that we could use it to keep in touch.
They see each other basically every day anyway, both in and out of school. And again, leaders have her class representative duties, and other friends that she talked with. It'd probably help for situations like this, too, when she's gone away for a while. Lee's a very special person to you, isn't she?
She is. I love her very much.
He's like, ah, damn, she's a lesbian. No, I know, I'm joking. Hanako looks down and smiles as she thinks of her. None of my friendships were as deep as theirs, and I have to admit to myself that I'm a little jealous of their relationship. Because I think they're doing things behind my back. We tell each other our email addresses. Mine is lovestosplooge at gmail.com, and his is burntfacegirl at gmail.com. Don't look at me! Loves to splooge. I think that's South Park. Loves to splooge at... and I get Hanako's number from earlier and put it into my contacts list.
Done. That makes 3 now.
3 numbers? Oh my god. 3? Murder victims. You're on my list. Lily?
Kira, you.
Ah, Akira. Akira! She's an interesting person, isn't she?
She is. She's also really nice, though. Her suit makes her look a bit cool.
I'm not surprised you know each other well, with her job taking up so much of her time. Hanako looks down a little and takes another sip of her drink. If I wasn't looking intently at her face, I'd miss the small smile perched on it. I guess when she knows so few people, those she knows must mean a lot to her.
How many do you have?
One. Me? Oh, about 9 or 10. I hesitate because like, oh, I got fucking 9 or 10, I got fucking 4, I got fucking 45, fucking... I don't even have a phone right now. That's how bad I am. I hesitate to go into them for fear of rubbing in the fact that Hanako doesn't have parents. Hey, Hanako! Hey, guess what? My parents are dead. No worry. I've got my parents in mind. Have you? No. Dick. What a dick. What a dick. That. No, he didn't actually do that, did he? That was me. 2 of those are Shizune and Misha, too. Which is another can of worms. It's kind of crazy right there. I imagine that Lily would have more than both of us put together, probably. Hanako gives a childish giggle. It's a good feeling that she's gotten this comfortable around me. At times like this, I feel like I'm getting close to talking to her true self. Do you mind if I ask something that I've been wondering? Hanako shakes her head as she takes a last sip of tea, finishing off. You don't seem very jealous of Lily having a lot of friends. Don't you want to make some more friends yourself, or get to know some of hers?
I'm not jealous. I don't like people, so I don't mind not having many friends.
I don't like people. That's not really the answer I was expecting. She doesn't look fearful or sad as she says this, but rather quite serious. I don't like people. I don't like people. They're dicks. Hanako rubs her arm awkwardly, having taken my quietness as a reason to continue. I'm not really sure what I should say, so I ended up simply giving her my attention in silence. Oh, no, really? Oh, that's not cool. In middle school...
Middle school, I got bullied. A lot. I was called names and got excluded from work groups. And sports teams, there were worse things too.
And that's what made you not like other people? She shakes her head.
That was elementary school.
I feel bad for bringing this up now. Adults have enough problems dealing with Hanako's scarring. Children would be all the worst. Ugh. Oh my god. Trying... Yes, yeah. Children can be so fucking cruel. Sometimes without even really realizing how cruel they're being. They could be so nasty. Lesson to all of you there. Think about what you're saying to people. Sometimes. Children can be fucking horrible. I used to get made fun of when I had like long hair in school, but it was never like anything serious. Plus, I would tend to lash out a lot if people had to go with me. Children would be all the worse. I assume that the way she tried to make her presence not felt was to just avoid people staring at her, or because she was afraid of them. Certainly not because she genuinely didn't want to interact with them in the first place as well. I noticed the condensation from my neglected smoothie forming a little puddle around the bottom of the cup, so I take the opportunity to finish it off. As I drink, she begins to fiddle with her phone. It looks like she remembered the people around her again and began to tense up. It isn't exactly a cheap phone. I have to save up for quite a while to afford one when I got mine. If Lily went to a private school, she probably wouldn't have too much trouble getting one for a present, though. Watching her fiddle with it gives me an idea. Hey, Hanako, wait for me. I'll be right back. I put the now empty cup down, slip my phone into my pocket, and begin to move off, carefully stepping around the bag I'd placed beside my feet. Thankfully, sitting around while talking to Hanako has helped me to feel a lot better than before.
Wait, where are you going?
Just stay there. I'll be right back. As much as I'd like to have jogged back, I know full well that I couldn't. I end up walking back to the cafe, the coufoir, a little blue bag in my right hand. Hanako notices me quickly, looking about as confused as she did when I left, like a little phlegm. I deposit the diminutive bag in front of her and sit back down.
Is this?
It's for you. You can open it. Stop spending money on her, man. You got no money anyway.
But...
Go on. She looks very unsure about it, but eventually gives in. Slowly opens the bag and picks its contents out. Aww. A silver chain phone strap dangles from her fingers, ending in a delicate flower. It isn't exactly a masterwork of jewellery, but it's about as much as I could afford. Hanako's eyes light up when she looks at it. It's the kind of reaction I was hoping for. The summer's sunlight glints off the silver as it twists to and fro a little. It's not too ostentatious, but it still looks a little charming. I think it suits her well. Hanako lowers the phone strap to the table and looks to me once more.
But it's not Christmas or my birthday.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm your sugar daddy now. I gotta buy you... I just thought it'd be nice to have something to decorate your phone with.
I don't have anything to give you.
Well... well... No. I told you it's fine. Friends can give things to each other like this sometimes, right?
Friends. Stop saying friends.
Hanako lowers her face so much that I can't see her expression. She eventually nods before taking her phone and fiddling with the strap to attach it properly. She looks to me and smiles as she holds up her phone, now adorned with a little flower.
Thank you, Hisao.
Her smile proves infectious. Out of the corner of my eye, I notice the couple getting up and leaving. That reminds me that the bus back to town below Yamaku will be coming soon. I guess I better get going if I want to catch the next bus back to town. You coming as well?
Yeah.
She hastily nods before carefully putting her phone back into her pockets and getting out of her chair. I do the same and pick up the bags I'd left beside me on the way out. We walk side by side as we make our way to the bus station, exchanging no words between us. Hanako's gaze is firmly locked ahead of her, though she looks very happy with herself. I'm not sure what I should say to her, but I'm also not sure what I need to say anything. The fact that Hanako is happy, and happy because of me, is enough to make the load of my arm feel as light as a feather. Aww. Ain't that sweet? Sorry. Anyway, I think it's about time for me to stop right by here. That's right. It's time for the end of another episode of Katawa Shoujo. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. I certainly have, and I am indeed, and all that. Thank you for watching. I've been Millbee. This has been Katawa Shoujo, of course. I will see you next time.